It's that time again. How's everybody doing? Are you being well? I'm being as well as I can be, given the circumstances, the environment which we are all in. So my name is Joseph, and today is January 2nd, 2021. And I'm here in California on the Pacific West Coast. Can't say I've looked outside. It's cold. Not warm here in California. I'm in the valley, the San Joaquin Valley. Breadbasket, a breadbasket, produces huge mounds of food. Not so much these days. So once upon a time, freedom existed for all. Did it? I thought this country was founded on that premise. So I can speak for that length of time. If anything, it's been there, was there. So we were told. Okay. Just a few more distractions out of the way. Wake up. Stand up. And if you made it that far, then you have enough left in you to speak up. Let it out. Let it out. All of it. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. If you feel what you feel, let it out. It's the only way to work through it. It's the only way to work through it. So yes, wake up, stand up, and speak up. And more than likely, I am going to bring that topic up, UFOs, whatever you want to call it, into the conversation. I think it's important because it's not going away, okay? It's another one of those things you need to deal with it. Let it out. Confront it. Let it be known. And deal with it. Go from there. So yeah, it's more than likely it's gonna come into this stream of thought. How do I want to start? How about, what are you doing for this world? What are you doing? Do you give? take? Or both? A happy medium. What are you doing for this world? Why does the world need you? I think that's a very legitimate question. Are you giving or taking? Or is there a happy medium? Yeah, that's why we are where we are at right now. That question. Your worth. Team player, I guess. Sports has always been an odd spectacle. I enjoyed playing sports when I was a youth. Baseball. But sports as a profession and the money and all of it has never really made sense in my mind, because there's so much else going on in the world that needs to be addressed. Things that have needed to be addressed for decades, centuries, millennia. We just are good at putting it off to the side, dealing with it later, if at all. That's the goal, actually. It'll be so far forgotten, and life goes on. I suppose. Freedoms. There's two people. There are two people that are going to, two types of people that are going to be the only people in this coming great reset, envisioned by the likes of Biden, Trudeau, Xi Jinping, and a cast of many others. There's a long line, I think, of people ready to fill that role. It's amazing what this world is become. I love it because I know who's who. I do. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure, because it's kind of scary. I'm great at imagining, and I can see the Great Reset, and it's under a Kamala presidency. Or, I don't want to go off on that tangent. But yeah. Two types of people. The wealthy and those who have what they're given, what they're allotted. Universal basic income. When you receive that, you can officially declare that you are now owned. You're a slave. In this new coming system. I love it because I think that a lot of these people that think that they're going to be there on the wealthy side, those that feel they are worthy to be there, are not going to be there. They are tools, expendable, all part of the finale for the top dogs. I mean, you gotta know. You're gonna go through all this. And meanwhile, while this great reset is occurring, the populations are dropping. Because you got COVID coming for you. Not this COVID, the next COVID. Because there's lots of COVID to come. You need to wake up, stand up, and speak up. Tell everyone. This, what's taking place right now, needs to come to a stop. And the only way it begins is congregating, coming together in numbers. There's more of us. That's just the simple numbers. There's more of us. There are. That in itself is a deciding factor in the outcome. It is. And they know that. They know that. Whoever's orchestrating all of this. It's amazing, though, that everybody isn't standing up. And speaking up for their right, their God-given universal right to be. Not dictated, manipulated, and controlled, which that's clearly what is taking place right now. Everything has come down to that. Algorithms everywhere being implemented. The AI, if you want to talk about aliens, AI. It's artificial. I don't have a quarrel with raising that stink. Why is that not? If you want to talk about see, the AI, that's the weird thing when you start getting into AI. If it's a sterile system, I'll put it this way, if it's sterile, in that man has not manipulated this system that's been set in place. What do I mean? By putting its intentions, man's intentions into it, skewing the algorithm like they do right now, like YouTube. White males, I haven't looked in for kept up on that, but I had heard that the white males was a part of the algorithm now to lower them on the viewability scale. That's not true AI, because I don't think a truly all-intelligent, logical system would find that solution as being the viable route to go. It doesn't, it's beyond man's rights. It's just, it either is or isn't. Right now, apparently it isn't. And that's scary. On the other hand, I'm excited by, there's an underlying joy inside of me, because I know this has to happen. All of this needs to, because it's the only way to wake you up. Get you thinking about things you weren't thinking about. Now you are. And it just keeps getting bizarre, more and more bizarre as the days go on. I mean, you gotta love that Seattle, Washington New Year's Eve display, virtual display. What is the message? I mean, they're showing DNA strands, and I mean, it was definitely, I mean, if that were actually there and you were witness to that, you'd be blown away. Again, I haven't gone looking to see if people took videos with their phones, because I don't think that they did, because there wasn't anything there other than the tower, maybe some lights, simple lights. But who knows? I don't want to get onto that. That'll get me on UFOs, and I'm not ready to go there yet. I want to know what everybody's doing for the world. Anything. I'm not looking at it from, one thing is more important than another. Anything and everything. It's all collectively intended for one goal. So anything. How many people do anything? Or how many people just are kind of users of this world reality? Kind of like it's like a ride, like if you were extraterrestrial, you're some kind of a being outside the realm of this reality. This reality is here to come. You buy a ticket and you go on the ride, and I mean, everything's about money here, buying a ticket. I'm just having fun. I often imagine what something from somewhere else looking at this world would think. And I think they would be confused. Because there's not... We already went past the point when we should have figured this out. We shouldn't be where we're at right now. And something new, some new technology or beings coming from somewhere isn't going to change what we've been carrying with us in denial of. We got to wake up. And stop putting, I think, this is a big thing, I think. And I've kind of touched on this. But we have to start thinking big. Thinking incredible possibilities. They don't even have to happen. It's not about them happening. It's that you're taking that time, that moment to imagine them. I think they do happen. Just an FYI. I wouldn't be here on this channel dreaming reality with God if I didn't think that. If there were ever a time to open your mind and allow for incredible possibilities, it's right now. More than ever, you want them. You need them. It's insane what's going on in the world right now. Everything that has led up to this. It's not just the COVID. It's all the human behavior. Everybody's not on the same page. Everybody hasn't even seen the same page. Everybody has a different page. Great reset. Freedom. The only freedom you will have under this system is complying your compliance is going to be what is used to base your freedoms on. Each person will be different because each person's going to have a different compliance level. It's happening. It's happening right now. People need to wake up. I believe in a great reset. A reset. I believe in a reset. I'm not calling it great. I think that it's It's a natural thing, a necessary event. I don't think it's the first time. It wouldn't surprise me if there is a history on this world of countless civilizations that came and went. It can happen. Some catastrophe, earthly catastrophe, which they happen. Every day. So I can imagine that. Whether it is or not, I can't say, but I think that's not, I think, the point for me to get. It's the thinking, the imagining. The mind is the great frontier, the next great frontier. Space, it's going to get tiresomely long. The mind. That's the next great step. Lifting you out of the confines of this, which you have been told you have no control over from the time you were born, pretty much. I just see a cleansing. There's a cleansing taking place. I see that, and I understand that. I'm not talking about Bill Gates and his schemes, along with all his cohorts. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, they know what they think they're doing. $500 million. $500 million people. That's the goal. That's what they see as an ideal world, a new world where there's only that many people. And it's not like all those people, I think, are going to be living at the top. Again, it's always just going to be those very few. That's what it's about. It's a game. Power and control. Got nothing else to do. Gives them a thrill. That's just disgusts me. Such thinking. So lost. It's hard to keep from going to their level, because I begin to have thoughts of, well, it should be tit for tat for these people too. They should not have that kind of power. And they need to be shown that. Nobody should. We're all in this together, and that's clearly something we have lost touch with. Because I guarantee you, I stake my life on it. We travel back in time, back to that first clan of people, like a real group of people. They were all together. They were. And if they weren't, it was dealt with then. It wasn't kicked down the, off the beaten path. You can't do that. It doesn't work. It clogs the future up with crap. The truth needs to be revealed. All of it. It should have been this way from the very beginning. And I imagine if I were to go back and spend those first moments, they would have held such an ideal as well. I haven't even gotten into ET or any of that kind of stuff, UFOs. Maybe I should do that, because I can feel I'm starting to get tired of it. Just everything. Everybody. Because this is an everybody event. Corona. Yeah. Let's switch gears. And for a moment, I'm going to talk about ET, UFOs, all, to the best of the moment. Because the whole subject is, you can't just narrow it down to one thing. It's connected to everything. It's a part of everything that's going on, been going on. It's not new, only our awareness of it. A willingness to let go, open our mind, expand our consciousness. Maybe a need to, especially today. You want to get away. I do. I'm ready. Beam me up. I mean, I'm not seeing everybody realizing what's going on. It's not hard. I mean, this election here in the United States, it's in your face, right along with COVID. In your face. You can't deny. No more. That's why I feel this is it. This is the Great Reset. I get it. Why they're just being polite, sugarcoating it. It's the end. It's the end. Don't need to study scripture anymore. It's you know what it says. This is the end. And the world is preparing to take an aspect of the mark of the beast. Clearly, you cannot deny. I don't care who you are. You could never argue and get me to believe any other way than what I know now to believe. It's an aspect of the mark of the beast. Because this vaccination is going to determine whether or not you get to participate in reality, in the world, going about your business, buying, selling, traveling. Going anywhere where there's public. Yeah, to me, that's an aspect of the mark of the beast. We all know what the scripture says. You won't be able to do certain things unless you get a mark. It's said to be on your right hand or your forehead. Whatever. It's going to be on your body. In your body. Again, it's just an aspect of it. I think this stimulus is another aspect of the mark of the beast, in that they chose $600. I'm just saying, you can put your puzzle together how you choose to. I'm looking to finish mine soon, because the pieces are coming together. It's coming down to all of this is all human behavior. Everything is based on human behavior. The choices we are choosing are not right. And we know. We know. We're intelligent enough to know that. And yet we continue to choose what we choose. Doesn't matter anymore. I don't care. Who are you? Better stay away. And that's another thing. The money and the crime that accompanies all the money. The people that do the things they do, you know, just because they have money. You know, like you... I don't even want to get on that. I was going into the UFOs. I need to stick on that. Clearly, it's not going away. Okay, you got governments that are the departments of the government, the U.S. government, are coming forward and telling you something's here. Something. I mean, that's what they're saying. Whether there is or isn't, that's a whole other debate. Project Bluebeam and mind control. And alien invasions. I'm not on that page, although I recognize it is very possible. The Navy is telling you. See, look. See this? We don't know what it is. We don't. And we're not supposed to be standing up here giving out such information like that. Like, because we're supposed to know what it is. What's in our skies. In our waters, on our waters. What's this? You have the Pentagon doing the same thing, acknowledging there's something going on that needs to be investigated. Now, again, whether that is leading up to this is all part of this script, because I spoke last night that I feel like I'm in a movie. Everything is scripted. Everything's the news. It's not real. It's all fake. Acting. Because they're getting paid. Big money. I mean, you don't know. How do you know? You're not there. Everybody's at home, wherever, watching what they see over on a screen. So, branches of the government are telling the people that, hey, over here, look. What is this? We don't know. Between the lines, if you watch it, it doesn't appear to be anything that anybody on this world would have. The way it moves. And now here we are, less than 180 days now, because it's been enacted as law. The search has been put out there, the request for anything on the UFO disclosure from these departments. What more do you have? You know, even the Navy. What more do you have? You have anything else? And within 180 days, all these requested agencies are supposed to have given a reply back with either something or nothing. Oh, I changed the order. Now I'm over the wake up. I'll have to fix that. $188. What do you think? You think they're going to come forward? I believe everything needs to be coming out. I feel like we've been heading in that direction over this past year, 2 years. Just things coming out that are pretty big in their magnitude as far as humans go. Humanity. And I think more are coming this year. It hasn't been slowing down. Everything is building up faster. It's quickening. We've heard that term. And it is. We're approaching the destination. Stop. I see it as a stop. What comes after, that's for us to decide. Right now, I don't see any common thread leading the world in any direction, really. It's all money. All money. Money, 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 money. You like your money. You're gonna like your universal basic income too. I think it will come down to so long as you get your vaccination. Take it or leave it. This intelligence, this request for UFO disclosure information, again, I'm not one who believes that our government is in cahoots with any extraterrestrial aliens, and if they are, I would be wary of that relationship. I would. If you want to start looking at aliens, then okay, yeah, I'll stand with you, all the people out there that think that this is aliens. If they do have some kind of a relationship going on with our government, then I will say, yeah, they're aliens, because I don't see an intelligent race of anything coming at another world that way. It's a world event. It is. It's just, that's why it's never happened yet, because the world hasn't been ready, right? We've heard that. Why don't they land? Well, the world's just not ready. They do their reports, and they tell the governments that the people that look into it say, no, you can't do it. The world's just, they'll freak out. They can't handle the truth. That has nothing to do with any ET or aliens. Any intelligence, intelligent intelligence. Fair, equal, truly equal in their thinking. Understands and knows that such an event is a world-changing moment. You can't do it in incremental steps. How does that work? How is it a slow process as far as governments knowing and keeping it a secret? No. Any intelligence that used logic and also carried love and compassion, because those are important. They are. They serve nothing to take away anything. That kind of a race of people, beings, whatever you rest with, would come to the world. They would come to the world when they came, all at once. The only exception that I could put to this would be a pre run where such a contact, however this contact occurs, would occur with individuals from all around the world simultaneously. I mean, I don't think too heavily about this, but if I'm going to think about it, that's how I could imagine making an exception to how any kind of a presence coming here would unfold. Again, I say they're not going to go to the governments. I mean, look at your governments. They lie, cheat, and steal. I made that very clear last night. I'll make it very clear today. They do. That's what this whole presidential election has come down to. And it's not like it just happens the first time. Oh my, in a 1,000 years I could have never imagined such a thing happen. It's been happening. And it needs to stop. Because it serves nobody when it's supposed to be serving everybody. E.T. Yeah, I can see some kind of an intelligence coming to people all around the planet, and I can see it in a way that it's witnessed. There's like that initial what's going on here, but it's not going to be like weeks, months go by before anything comes of that. It's just going to be one thing after the next. If such a moment were to happen, contact. And then those people that had been chosen, so to speak, would clearly, there's reason why they're chosen. Because they are to be representatives. They are representatives, instilled with answers to a lot of questions, because there's going to be endless questions. Government knows whatever this presence is, it's getting ready to come out. To lift the curtain. And it's not so much that it's them, it, whatever you want to call it. It's you and me, all of us. Our minds, our consciousness as a group is growing, expanding rapidly with all the choices and decisions that are being put before us, and how things are just rapidly changing. We're processing huge amounts of data. It's us that's lifting the veil. We're the ones who have been hiding, and rightfully so. When you're given the storyline that's been laid before us, better watch out, be careful. There is an intelligence here. I believe it's God. That's how I find my peace. No matter what all of this is, in my mind, it comes down to intelligence, the intelligence, all intelligence, God. It's just easier that way, I think. I think that this presence is constantly in touch with you. You just don't know. You haven't been looking. Not in the right ways. You bring too many expectations into all those things that would validate what you believe. This intelligence it's here always with you. It can't be anywhere else but here. It's offensive. It would be offensive of us to insist that it be somewhere else. It's not alien. In a sense, we're the alien in that we came after it was already here. It's speaking to us. I wholeheartedly believe this. It's using the life experience, the experience of life, and the going-ons as the day passes to communicate. It's not like there's like somebody's is not there like talking to you. It's not that kind of a conversation. It's on another level. And you need be careful if one chooses to see the conversation. Because it's like a town hall meeting, and there's the microphone up there, and anybody can get on the microphone and share what they believe in hopes that you will believe. So you have to keep that in mind. You have to be, who do you want to be your DJ? Who's DJing the music for you? Or who's DJing, because music is a big part of the conversation, I feel. It's just so personal expressions, musical expressions of thoughts. Yeah. But all around, everything you do in the day, there's so many synchronicities. There are, for me. And I know they're there for others. And the more you see them, notice them, the more they pick up. Because you're acknowledging. That's all the more reason to have a rise in the occurrence of these synchronicities. Because this intelligence is excited, if you wanted to put an emotion on it, a feeling, a human one. It's excited. Wow. Contact. They saw, they see, they think, they know. Here's some more. That's why I say you see it more. I don't want to get all lost in that. I felt the need to say it. I've said this before. There is an intelligence, and it's reaching out to us in every possible way it can. The music is wonderful because it's so simple. It's genius. I've said that many times. It's just genius to have that thought in your mind, that a realization. You either don't believe or you rest with something's happening here. And when you do see that there's something there, it's not just random. Everything that's happening, because when the music is playing and you can see how, because I'll play it randomly, just have random music play, you can see the patterns. It's not just showing me the patterns there in the music. They're just another aspect of this overall conversation, that the same is happening in the same ways, the same intensity, the same clarity. There is a new world coming, a reset. I think at this point in time, from what I'm aware of and the current plans of many of these administrations, it's far from what will be. So far. Now, this intelligence is here. I think, if anything, it's one of two things. Either they're prepping you for something artificial, or it's the real deal, and the only reason they finally came to their senses and have decided to put it out there into the open is that they're worried. Because there's something is going on that you're not being told about. Something that's gave them the need, the want to put it out there. That's got to speak to you, if you think about it. Something's coming. All of this that's going on right now, it's all leading up. Everything is huge. There's no little things going on in the world. It's all huge. Just one thing after the next. Well, this was an afternoon here, dreaming reality with God. Thanks once again for hanging out for a little while and listening. Kept my cool. I had a feeling before I started that I might just, because I was on that, what are you doing for the world? What are you doing? That's the question. What are we doing? What is our worth? What, I mean, is there any purpose other than this thing that we call life? Get up, get ready to go to work, come home, get ready to sleep, and do it all over again. That's life. Huh? The Great Reset, if that's what the people want, that's what they're going to get. And you're going to be owned. You already are. We already are. And I think I'm going to end this stream. It's been about an hour. Oh, it's been a little over an hour. I like to have them in an hour. It's the hard part. There's always so many things to say. There's two types of people in this coming Great Reset. Those who have all the wealth, and those who have what they are given. The universal basic income. You're gonna hear that more and more and more. I'm hearing it more and more and more. Everybody is going to be given the same. I guess. I don't. Well, what about the people that are at the top doling it all out? They're not they're not going to be functioning under that same premise. Okay? Why? Because they're the ones that are building this system right now, and they feel like they are the creators and they have that right. They're special. Yeah. More special than you. And again, it's very clear. You can be the simplest, I think, of people. Faith, Christian, Catholic. The end. The end. Revelation, whatever. Y'all know. And when the Pope is telling you, recommending that you need the vaccine, that's a man who's sanctioning that you take the mark of the beast. And I'm not going to listen to those people that want to talk about, well, that's not the mark of the beast, because the mark's going to be here or there. I'll talk to those people, but it's not going to be a long conversation. That mark that's written about is going to determine whether you buy or sell, travel, do anything. Okay? That's what it says. And you didn't just write that yesterday or last week. It's been there. And this vaccine is going to be determining whether you do all those things, buy, sell, traveling, anything to do with public and your money. It's happening. It's already happening in some countries. It's being set in place, and now you got the Pope telling you need to take the vaccine, you need to get that mark. You put it that and everything else that's going on, how can you not see what this is? Now, I wouldn't be waiting for something out of a special effects film. I think a lot of people have that kind of a energy to this whole collapsing moment that we're in, and I think you need to wake up and be aware of what is going on around you, human-wise. That's the threat. It's going to be, as this begins to break apart. I mean, there's clearly a war coming. Those people who do not want to take the vaccine, they do not want to be violated. Their free will, their freedom denied. And I stand with each and every one of them. To my last breath. And the amazing thing is you can't say that really in this day and age, because there's people out there that are sick and twisted in the mind, and they don't like you. They will do anything and everything within their power to solve it. And if you're wealthy, well, we know how that story ends. People are rotten when they get around lots and lots of money. Not all of them. Some people didn't ask to be wealthy, believe it or not. But they are. They just found themselves in that position. But those people, those souls are rare. I mean, I haven't had the pleasure of being around millionaires and billionaires to see how it takes place, but I see how it works with the people that I am around, and how money affects them, because money comes and goes, and you get to see how people change and the things they do. Money. There's no truth. Money doesn't give truth. It buys off lies. That's what's got to change. That's why I think it's so important that this is happening right now with this election. I mean, I'm a little dumbstruck that everybody's not standing up and wanting truth and fairness, because if something like this were happening to them, they knew they were being violated. They knew they had done no wrong but had been wronged. They would want justice. But that's what I'm not seeing. And again, I tune in the news. You got all these newscasters. I'm like, you people are all sick. I have no respect for you whatsoever. Period. I'm not even looking to find. You're clearly lost. They obviously don't care. I imagine after the cameras turn off, they're all sitting around together cackling. Males and females. Laughing at you, because they have this image in their mind that they're going to make it through what's coming. I mean, how can you be an intelligent person and not see that something's going on here? Why am I towing this particular line of lies? Because I know what the truth is. It's all personal too. There's a lot of personal feelings here. I don't like you. I'll show you, because I don't like you. I mean, this presidency has been, everything has been in our face. Not just this year, from the time Trump started running for the presidency to right up to now. Everything has been in our face, and none of it's made sense. All the lies, stealing, all the money that changes hands, all the deals that are made that have nothing to do with you or me or any other American citizen. This is all personal gain by so many of these people. You can't talk about that. Those people, they would get disappeared. Right? It happens. That's how sick this world is. It's coming to a stop. It just is. And again, before I go ahead and click the stop button, the government knows. The government knows something's here. It's trying to tell you something's here. Me, I'm not ready to make any determination as to what it is, like to say is it good or bad. I don't have any kind of evidence to really make that kind of a determination. Got a lot of thoughts and feelings. I do have a lot of weirdness that's going on in my life. I'll call it weirdness. All the synchronicities. But I don't know what this is to say it's bad, because I know that any intelligent thinking mind knows you need more data before you choose which path you're going to go. A lot of people are not. They've already chosen without enough data. All I can say is the government knows clearly, because they're putting it out there in different ways, from the Navy to the Pentagon and their UFO Tic Tac videos, to this 180-day UFO disclosure seeking legislation in the COVID bill that was passed. Yeah. Who would have thought? 180 days, well, less now. And these agencies, they requested to have them give up what do you know? What's going on here? You know, we're hearing this over here from the Navy and Pentagon. We're seeing the videos. It's time. Whether anything will come of that, who knows? I'm always hoping that people are going to find that shining spot in their heart and let it grow. Be human. To be all that you can be, dreaming that we all could be. Till next time, y'all be well and smile.